Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica J, and I was just wondering if you've ever sat and thought to yourself, I really suck at texting. Well, if so, I'm glad you asked, because this is the perfect video for you to find out how to get us females interested in you enough to meet you off the phone. Or even get us to realize that, you don't hate us and you haven't moved on to another woman. Because a lot of times that's what bad texting can make us think. And to make sure you never accidentally text bad ever again or miss out on another one of my videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button right here, right now. Okay, so a lot of guys think texting is like for kids. I am more face to face. And fine, I'm not here to tell you that you have to text her all the live long day, but I am here to tell you that you do have to text her, and you have to text her correctly. And the correct way to text a woman is to get her to feel you through her phone. Because chances are, if you do have her number and you are able to text her, she does feel enough for you to want you to be in her phone. And to get her wanting you other places, you need to abide by these texting rules. So rule number 1 is text like you talk. Here's the thing, when we read these texts, we play your voice in our heads. And if it isn't a fluid conversational tone like you're right here with us, guess what? We'll never want you right here with us because you sound like a freaking idiot. Again, remember the point is to get her feeling like you're right there with her, because that's where chemistry comes from. The emotions that you and I can play off one another and the vibe that we both feel in the moment when we're sitting with one another. So if you text like you are sitting with her right there, she's going to feel you, as opposed to just look at some mundane words and not feel a damn thing and associate not feeling a damn thing with you. Which then brings me to rule number 2 is text like you're standing right in front of her. So if you're standing in front of a girl, you wouldn't say something like, "Hey, how's your day going? My day's going pretty good. Wanted to see if you would maybe like to catch up sometime this week. Hope to hear from you soon." You just wouldn't fucking say that, because why? It sounds like a voicemail message. And guess what? When we listen to a voicemail message, you're not really there. So we can completely ignore you and your text when you sound like that. However, when you talk in front of a person, it's very understood that you need to have a reaction and you need to respond back. So pretend you're standing right there with her to give her time to respond in the moment. Again, if she feels like she's right there with you and she feels that need to respond, she will feel engaged with you and feel something, which is the point. Which then brings me to number 3, which is use emojis. Okay, first of all, they say that social media can be so addictive because we're seeing all these new things that are lighting up our brains and thinking like, ooh, reinforcement, ooh, reinforcement, ooh, reinforcement. Whether it's with likes or new content or people constantly messaging you or liking your stuff and getting those notifications, it's a lot different than signing on and just seeing a bunch of black and white letters on the internet. So using emojis, literally throwing different colors into your text is going to light up her sensors and get her feeling excited from your text. And again, the point is to get her to feel something from your text. So when she sees the emotion you've thrown in there, she'll automatically feel it when she looks at it. Because it's so hard to hear how somebody is saying something when you're just reading it. But when you use emojis, we get a fuller understanding of the emotion behind your words. And I always say emotion is contagious. So unless you have emotions or emojis in those texts, we're not gonna feel like we've contracted anything from you. And I'm telling you, we should through text. Number 4 is PRS plus hey all day. So PRS plus hey is basically the staple to my Speech to Spark Arousal program, and I've also done other videos on it in regards to how to create an engaging conversation with a woman. So PRS stands for personal relevant statements, whereas hey stands for how about you. The one thing we all have in common with one another is that we have these human bodies and these human brains. It is the only thing we all collectively share. We all got here the same way, we're all leaving the same way. And because the number one interest we all have is ourselves. When you talk in personal, relevant statements, what you're doing is you're giving her something to feel connected to. Because anything you talk about in regards to things you see, things you think, or things you feel, women will be like, oh, I can see and think and feel things too. Again, what is she feeling? She's feeling like she can connect to you and she can relate to you. And because she can, she's automatically interested in you. So constantly be personal and constantly engage. PRS plus, hey. Did I shave today? Number 5, don't have long-winded conversations. Okay, like I said earlier, you don't have to talk all the live long day via text. You just have to pack them with a punch. So don't have conversations you should be having face-to-face. Because sometimes when you talk for too long and there's no emotion behind it, what we do is we start to associate you with getting bored. And that is the last feeling you want us to feel through our texts. Which brings me to the last rule, which is leave on a high note. Again, we're talking about feeling something good through our texting interactions. So to avoid having these long-winded conversations where she starts to associate getting bored with you, make sure you leave at a high note, because then she'll leave the interaction thinking, oh my God, he's so great. I should suck on his balls. The point is to leave her wanting more, because that's the stuff that's gonna make her wanna see you in person, which is the point of texting to begin with. So those are the 6 rules of texting. Make sure you use them now. If you need any help with your text, I help a lot of my clients formulate the perfect text to girls all day, every day. So make sure you click the join button anywhere here on my channel to find out how I can help you with that. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.